Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael /Pokeols and today's video is all about what set to invest in. That is probably the biggest question I get asked. And not only do I get asked that question all the time, I get asked more specifically, questions like, is Battle Styles a good investment? Is Surging Sparks Booster Box a good investment? Is Twilight Masquerade a good investment? Is Paldea Evolved a good investment? Is Evolving Skies at the price it's at as a booster box a good investment? So today's video, we're going to drill down and look into what exactly is a good sealed investment. If you're new to the channel, we talk all things Pokemon card investing here and do a fair bit of market analysis as well, with the occasional bit of news dropped in. And if you're coming back, thanks heaps for coming back. About 50% of people come back, so it's really appreciated. Love seeing all the comments down below. So always try and get back to people as much as I can. We all know life's busy, of course, but let's jump straight into it. I'm going to show up a picture here, and if this doesn't make sense to you, I'm going to explain it, but it's so clear. Like, it's just so easily explainable about what sets to invest in when it comes to sealed Pokemon card investing. So this is Sun and Moon era. What I've got on the left is the total set value of every booster box from the whole of Sun and Moon era, and what I've got on the right is current sealed booster box price. I don't have holiday sets in there, so you notice Hidden Fates isn't in there, you notice Shining Legends, for example, isn't in there, but every total set value for main sets with booster boxes down the left, ranked from most expensive or highest total set value down to lowest, and then current booster box price down the right. I mean, doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out what's going on here. The correlation between total set value, and more in particular, top 10 hits, but total set value and future box price is uncanny. Look, there's one out of place there, which I think is Unified Minds and Unbroken Bonds, but if we look through it, just to go through, okay, Team Up is the most expensive total set value with nearly $5,000 of total set value, $4,949. Current box price is $4,159. So there's no argument there, is there? The most expensive total set value is also the most expensive booster box. Next one down, Cosmic Eclipse has a total set value of $3,688, and this has rapidly been rising. Particularly over the last 3 or 4 years. A lot of the hits inside Sun and Moon sets have been going up like crazy lately. Not all of them were worth so much money when they first came out. Like the Latios and Latios from Team Up was not an expensive card when that set came out. Some of the hits from Cosmic Eclipse were also not expensive cards when they first come out. But total set value, $3,688 there for Cosmic Eclipse. Booster box price, $1,725. The next one down, Unified Minds, $2,395 total set value, $1,500 booster box price. I won't go through them all, just one more. Unbroken Bonds, $2,274 total set value, $1,950 booster box price. So the 4 tag team sets are holding up the most expensive boxes there. If we go right down the bottom, we get the opposite effect, but still the same correlation. So base set, total set value, the second cheapest total set value, or the second lowest total set value, I should say, $577. Booster box price, $409 sealed. Crimson Invasion, not the worst Pokemon card set ever made, but pretty damn bad. Emerging Powers is the worst Pokemon card set ever made, but Crimson Invasion is not great. It was definitely the worst Pokemon card set from the era. $335 total set value, and booster box price, $309 US. So what does all this mean? I mean, it's so clear, isn't it? It's so evidently clear. And look, total set value based off, mostly, the top 10 or top 20 hits. That's where the majority of your total set value comes from. That can come down to a lot of things. Like if we look at Team Up, you can go, well, okay, Team Up was really short printed, so as a result, both the sealed product is a lot rarer, and also the singles command a higher value because there's less of them on the market. You're going to see lower total raw population, you're going to see lower total PSA 10 population. And all of that in turn, of course, is putting upward pressure on the booster box price as well. Like, it's so easy. So when people ask me, what should I invest in? I think you should ask yourself that question. And it's a pretty simple one. How good is the total set value? How investable is this box in the future? And you're probably going to get the answer pretty quickly. Now, one of the most common ones I get asked is Is Battle Styles a good Pokemon card investment? And before we answer that, I just wanted to jump in and give a quick shout out to today's video sponsor, which is of course the Collector app. There'll be a link in the download. There'll be a link to download in the description of this video. It's an awesome app. It's so easy to use whether you're a collector or an investor alike. I've just added in my latest pickup, which I finally got my hands, if you can see it, finally got my hands on a Journey Together booster box with the promo in there. I've added that into the Collector app now. You add your value, it gives you total percentage gains. You can see your whole collection in there, what the total value of your collection is, daily profits and losses across there. It's so easy. And I urge everyone to sign up as a pro member too, because there is some awesome giveaways. It's the Scream promos, PSA 10s, all 4 going away this month. So awesome giveaways there. Again, link in the description. So one of the most common questions I get asked, because it's arguably, well, probably is close to, if not the cheapest Sword and Shield booster box at the moment, which is Battle Styles. So current booster box price is $183. And people always ask, well, is it a good investment? Should I pick it up? Like, it's cheap. And ask yourself that. Flip that question back on yourself. How's it going to perform? So it's currently at $183. Where's it going to sit in 3 years' time? Keeping in mind all those values I gave you from Sun and Moon is over 5 years old now. Just over 5 years old. So the final set that come out, which is Cosmic Eclipse, is just over 5 years old. And that hasn't taken long for it to go from a $90 booster box to a $1,725 booster box. That is 18 times its initial price in 5 years. Compare that though to Crimson Invasion, which is an older set, which is 7 years old. To go from $100 to $300 in 7 years, it's only 3 times its price. So making the right decision on what booster box you invest in is really, really important. Now look, you're not always going to get it right, because at the gate and at the get-go, sometimes total set value is off. Team Up and Cosmic Eclipse are great examples. They're always sought after sets because they had really nice artwork in them, but a lot of the hits weren't worth that much when they first come out. You know, Pokemon was in a little bit of a lull, it was a bit quieter, so things can change over time. So keep that in mind, of course. But back to the Battle Styles example. Total set value of Battle Styles is $701. Ask yourself, at $183, how good an investment is it really? And look, I think Battle Styles is a better set than people probably give it credit for over the years. It got bashed around as the worst set of Sword and Shield. I don't think it's the worst set of Sword and Shield. I think it's maybe the 4th or 5th worst set of Sword and Shield. But is it going to be a good investment? Where do you see it? And you can probably go straight to a graph like Sun and Moon and go, okay, it's $701 total set value. There's an awesome Tyranitar chase card. There's a few other nice alternate art Pokemon cards in there. But where's the demand to purchase this box going to come from? Are people going to want to rip it in the future? Are there that many good chase cards and hits to try and pull from it? As a streamer or a rip and shipper, are people going to purchase your product? And what I mean by that is, are people going to buy packs of it? And if you're streaming it, are people going to consume the content of you streaming a Battle Styles booster box? Put that into context. If someone opens Team Up, or someone opens Evolving Skies, or someone opens Battle Styles, what are people going to watch? It's a pretty simple answer, isn't it? People aren't going to choose Battle Styles over watching a booster box opening of Evolving Skies or Team Up. People also aren't going to buy into a rip and ship on Battle Styles compared to Evolving Skies and Team Up. So the answer is, it's going to go up. In the history of Pokemon card booster boxes, they all go up over time. And there's also been some surprising sets, like X and Y Base, which has an incredibly low total set value, is still worth lots of money because it becomes a sealed investable in its own right. Even something like Steam Siege, which is also probably the worst XY era set, has also gone up in value a lot. But it's not gone up in value as much as a strong set. And the best example I just gave of that was Crimson Invasion versus Team Up. Even though Crimson Invasion is a much older set, or Cosmic Eclipse, is a much older set, it hasn't performed anywhere near as well as the later sets like Cosmic Eclipse and Team Up, which are a couple years newer. So Battle Styles at $701 and $183 booster box price. In 3 years' time, it might be a $300 booster box. If you're happy with those gains, and look, it probably will be, if you're happy with those gains to go from $180 to $300 and you think that's a good investment in your eyes, go for it. If you think something else you can purchase will perform better than that, like maybe a more modern box, like if we're looking at something like Paldea Evolved, if we're looking at something like Twilight Masquerade, if we're looking at something like Surging Sparks from Scarlet and Violet era, keeping in mind Paldea's total set value is $1,200. Twilight Masquerade is just under $1,200 and Surging Sparks is sitting around $1,500. Once these sets go out of rotation and aren't printed anymore, quite often we do see, and this isn't always the case, it's not a hard and fast rule, but quite often we do see upticks in the singles prices, which will therefore put upward pressure on the booster box price because total set value is increasing. And as we know, as total set value increases, so does booster box price. There's a clear correlation there. So, hopefully, all of that makes sense. And I know I'm not dancing around the answer to this question, but you can ask yourself that. You can ask yourself, is this a good investment? Based on total set value, age of the set, whether you think people will actually consume these products or not. For me personally, Battle Styles will, I think, become a $300 box in 3 years. I can't see that not happening. I know it's not the world's best set, but I can't see it not happening. Investing into Paldea Evolved for a really similar price, is that going to give you a better rate of return? Like, is Paldea Evolved going to become a $300 booster box quicker than Battle Styles becomes a $300 booster box? Or will Paldea Evolved become a $400 or $500 booster box in 3 years' time compared to, say, Battle Styles only becoming a $300 booster box? Total set value is important in those decisions. And as we can see from from Sun and Moon, a 5 to 8 year old era, it's set in stone now. That is part of history. We can do the same with X and Y. We can do the same with black and white. And we get extremely, extremely similar trends. Sometimes there's outliers because maybe sets got printed less and maybe the box is rare or whatever the reason might be. But generally speaking, the higher the total set value, the better the investment in the sealed product. I'm Michael. This is PokeOz. Catch everyone next time.